Hello, my name is Rekha Shah. I'm the business head and co-founder of Design Horse Branding Agency. Being born in a business family is a blessing in many ways. First, it has directly or indirectly helped me to inculcate a business mindset. Further, my graduation in commerce drove me to venture into business. From day one, I planned to own and run a branding agency. Hence, I did my first internship 18 years ago to learn the tricks of the trade. After a few months of training, I started running my business venture. The latest one is Design Horse Branding Agency, which I started 5 years ago with two of my industry colleagues to serve the national and international brands in India with innovative brand solutions.
Design Horse started with three co-founders. Rekha Shah conceived brand design agency, and then she was on search for able and talented co-partners. She found her first business partner, Gaurav Badle. He has been working in the creative field for the past 15 years. Her second business partner is a pre-press and printing technology specialist, Tukaram Karve, who has 30 years of working experience in the industry. Dharam mentors the Design Horse. His guidance has been helping the organization to achieve new heights and be in an innovative mode to serve their clients better. He brings 2 decades of brand building experience he mostly gained while working with international and national branding agencies. His drive for a brand innovation, design thinking, and brand strategy has been benefiting the organization to produce excellent brand solutions. He studied Masters in Branding from University of Arts, London. Let me share with you one of the interesting projects what we did recently. Blue Tribe as a brand name. They are into plant-based meat. And as you know that in India, the plant-based meat is the growing category, especially past 5 to 6 years. And this had taken the momentum. And it is predicted that this is going to emerge as a big category in Indian food market. So the Blue Tribe, they wanted to launch a plant-based meat. One of the core idea they had while they were launching this business was basically how they can replicate taste as well as nutrient of the profile of animal meat. That was what driving to them, and they wanted to have a branding done for them. So we started with understanding their mission, vision, as well as their business strategy. And it's always important to understand the client's vision, okay? What they are intended to achieve, or what is their business plan or a strategy, so that while we are creating a design or while we are crafting a brand, we can justify with our solutions to their goal or aim. So we did a strategy for Blue Tribe in terms of understanding their TG, understanding demography, psychography, and while we're doing research, we started seeing that there's a kind of a mindset which is growing, like the people who are moving towards a plant-based meat. Of course, there is a medical reason. Maybe they're a doctor or they're a fitness guru might have suggested them to consume less meat per se. So that's the one reason, a big reason. And another reason is that the awareness about climate change, but majorly there's a health reason and a fitness reason. Those are the major areas. So we kind of looked at in terms of how other brands are positioning it, and when we did a survey in the Indian market, There are a few players, and they are still nascent. They are kind of catching up because, as I was earlier saying, this industry just been there for maybe half a decade or more than that little bit, but it is rapidly growing. So we kind of mapped other competitor and try to understand what is their positioning or unique selling proposition and so on and so forth. So we always in Design Horse do in-depth understanding on a consumer and their behavior, their psychology, and we use a lot of tools like semiotic, and there are many strategic tools out there which are generally enable us to find out those unique insights. So in this case also we applied several tools to come up with insights, like we got several insights and we work our solutions around those insights. So likewise, once the understanding takes place, we start moving towards generating visual ideas or visual concepts. The task here was building a brand. It started with the name Blue Tribe, and then how do we create that particular identity or a logo or a brand logo for a Blue Tribe. We and a client had a workshop wherein we discussed the primary concept for the brand should be, like having these four elements like fire, air, water, and earth, and their combination of that. This is a natural product, doing good to the earth, or environment aspect is there. We don't want it to be very direct, like no meat sort of a thing. We wanted to have that philosophical touch to the brand. So that's what we kept while we were thinking. From there, and if here you can see that how we try to incorporate earth. It has got a graphical mountain shape which represents the earth, and here you can see water and fire and air. So that's how we kind of come up with our identity design. So once we completed our identity design, we jumped into creating their other brand touchpoints, packaging, and their communication materials. While we were doing all these brand touchpoints, what really helped us is that understanding consumer behavior, looking at these things from a semiotic angle, and decoding culture and the insights what we arrived. All of them helped us to narrate our brand story impactfully. Many international brands want to enter the Indian markets. Aligning such brands to Indian consumers' needs through a brand strategy and design, finding a cultural fit strategy for our brands which are looking to enter the Indian market and conscious. The creating new brands for a specifically Indian consumer. We extensively practice semiotic studies to understand cultural codes. Our ongoing consumer research on emerging categories keep us in touch with upcoming trends. We strongly believe that for a brand to resonate well with consumer, it must be made culturally appropriate.